Hey, how y'all doing tonight? All right. Let me start out by telling y'all where I'm from. So I'm from a little town called Elm City, which is about 10 miles south of Rocky Mount, North Carolina, where I serve as a FoodCorps service member. Now, going into the big city of Rocky Mount was a big thing for me when I was a kid. I remember going over the rushing Tar River, and the true marks of a country boy is when you can ride for miles and just see cornfields and tobacco fields all around. Now, if you were to tell me that I was gonna be back serving my own community, I probably would have laughed. I would have said, I'm not coming back there. Never. However, I am back with a nutrition degree and 6.5 years in the Navy Reserve. And I must say, thank you. And I must say that there is something special about serving my own community. As I ride through the city of Rocky Mount, I say, this is my stomping ground. And when I walk into my classrooms and survey my students, they have the same glimmer in their eye that I had when I was with my dad, specifically when we went fishing. Now, when we went fishing, not only did I learn how to catch a fish, but I learned about life. I would ask him as we sat by the lakeside and waited for our bites, the sun started to set, I would ask him, I'd say, Dad, why are people different colors? Or why do people do bad when they can just do good? But the delight of the day was when we met other fishermen. That was the time that they shared their fisherman stories, and they also shared stories about life. Now, what was shot through in these stories was the message of patience. They would say, patience, young man, patience. And this rung true for most of my life. A lot of the best experiences and opportunities came when I was patient. And not only did I learn the importance of patience, but I learned the importance of becoming a lifelong learner and engaging and communing with others. With that said, let me tell you about Johnny. He's a third grader in Mrs. Lucas's third grade class at Williford Elementary. Now, the first day I walk into class, Johnny says, why you here and what we about to do? Well, after 4 weeks, Johnny found out why I was there, and he really liked what we did. So much, when I was going to have lunch with Johnny's class, he rolls up beside me, says, Mr. Webb, see, I got an apple just like you, Mr. Webb. I said, good choice, Johnny. Or I could tell you about the time that we had a garden club day, and we were walking out to the garden, going through the hallway, going to grab our tools, and he says, Mr. Webb, I'm gonna walk beside you today, Mr. Webb. I wanna be your son for the day. Not only did that make my heart drop, but it made me have a flashback. When I was walking with my dad down that lakeside, when we were looking for a fishing spot, and we were just conversating. But now, I'm in my dad's shoes, and I realized that I'm not just a food educator or nutrition educator. I am a role model. And I have a chance to invest principles in these children that they will use for a lifetime. So you can say, to bring this full circle, I realized that as a role model, I have to go in and equip my students so that they can equip the next generation. And so that they can become lifelong learners and engage and commune with others. So I would say that there's really no other joy or delight than seeing my children grow and learn, especially when they're in a good and healthy environment of lifelong learners.